Hello, how are you doing? I really appreciate you for reaching out for this Mayan Calendar sign reading. Uh, I'm really excited to get into it. As you may have seen in the attachment I sent you, the photo, it's actually a chart of your day sign, your Trikona sign, as well as your galactic tone number. And you do have the Tree of Life as well, the Tree of Life chart, or otherwise called the Destiny chart, but we're not going to get into that one in this particular session. You, without further ado, let's just jump into it though. You are a rabbit day sign. All right, you were born on the day of the rabbit, and we're going to go into that. You also happen to be born on the Trikana of the rabbit as well, so your galactic tone is number one. But in this audio, I'm going to go into breaking down the meaning and description and archetype of what rabbit is. So let's get into that. Let's get into that. First thing that I want to go over is the overview or personality of people who have a rabbit sign. In the Yucatan language, which is from the region where the Mayan system comes from, the name for rabbit is Lamat. Okay, and in the Kish is another language that is spoken over there. They may call it Kanil, but we are gonna refer to it more so as Lamat or rabbit, and also star in a sense because when you look at the uh, the glyph, the image of what rabbit is, it's actually a star when you see it, and it also kind of looks like a seed as well. So, and some folks may like to throw in the whole word star seed too. But I'm gonna tie everything that I say about the rabbit sign. I'm gonna bring it back to the symbol of rabbit or star, just so it all ties in perfectly together and it's a lot more easy to remember. So, personality of folks with rabbit signs are usually very energetic, busy-minded. They're also very bright-minded, very intelligent, clever as well. I mean, that's the same thing like I said before. But they do have a side that is slightly paranoid or nervous. They have a bit of nervous energy going on beneath the surface. So they maybe feel a bit nervous to show up in certain situations, right? That nervous energy. When you think of a rabbit and how when it feels spotted, the way it behaves and just runs off in a sense. Yeah, tie that to that a little bit. But it's nothing too much though. It's nothing too much. It ain't crazy anxiety we're talking about here, but it's definitely when if you are a native of rabbit sign energy, when so if I bring up about the idea of feeling nervous or slightly paranoid or just nervous energy, you're gonna know what it means for you. Okay. Also, this is a very lucky and fortunate day sign. People with rabbit energy or have a certain streak of luck with them, or they may be called lucky by other people. You know, they have a very easygoing, comfortable attitude with life. They're a bit laid back than other people. They know how to use humor and jokes to play down, situations or things that look serious or very hard, or they know how to mix humor to not so much downplay certain difficulties in life, but make things easier, make things a bit more lighthearted. They're really good at that, right? So they're very easygoing when it comes to how they cruise through the so-called real world, and they're good at landing on your feet, good at landing on their feet, and success is somewhat easy to them as well. And when you think about the mythology of the rabbit, it has a lot of times been connected with the idea of abundance, right? You can think of the myth of having a rabbit's foot in your pocket, or how rabbits have a lot of babies. When when they say, oh, so and so they fuck like rabbits, got a lot of kids. Well, bring that back to the idea of abundance and success, like I mentioned just before. Right now, they're good with that. And going back again to how their mind works, I said they're very busy body, busy mind. They like to have constant stimulation. Okay, this is what's going on with the rabbit sign. They like constant stimulation, and so reading, talking to people, communication is important to them. Just whatever gets their mind interested and deep into something, they like that. Kind of like the analogy of going down the rabbit hole, so to speak. you know they like something that's mentally stimulating in a good sense. And also they have a good sense of aesthetic perception as well. And we're gonna go into this a lot deeper because this is actually a very big thing. But they have a very good eye for what looks aesthetically pleasing or what may sound aesthetically pleasing, and this does with their inner sense or attention to harmony. And we're gonna get into that. That might be a whole section on its own. Okay, so like I said, bright mind, humorous mannerisms, and it allows them to be lighthearted, have a joyful life, and this is a certain kind of magic that they carry, and a certain valuable quality that they are able to bless other people with as well. It's really good. You're good to hang around. I'd say that. Also, like I said, very busy, so productive, abundance, tie that all in together. So they're very productive as people, and as well, on top of that, they're pleasure seekers as well. Okay, pleasure is something they're connected to the more sensual, sensitive aspects of themselves. They like, and you can kind of also look at it when I say that they have a easygoing, comfortable, laid back attitude. They're not, hard going like the militaristic type of dude or person who goes hard and is, ultra super disciplined and just no time for fun, all work. No, you like to have a bit of fun. You like to there's a very good balance going on here, and you do love to seek and enjoy pleasures as well. Key thing is not to let that turn into its shadow aspect of too much laziness, right? Have a delicate dance between productive energy and that laid backness that you also tend to like to have. But on top of that, it's a lucky sign. Luck, fortune, uh, those kinds of odds are in your favor, so to speak. So yeah, that's pretty much a quick overview about the energy of Lamat or seed. And just to reiterate a little bit what I said, energetic, busy, nervous, clever, playful as well. Likes to fight too, in a sense. There's a certain, aggression with Lamat people, with rabbit people. But you could say oftentimes it may come out in a more playful kind of manner, right? Nothing too crazy. They're not the type to go overboard with it. So not necessarily very violent people, but it's just part of who they are. They have a very strong core inside. You got a really strong core. Although you're very sensitive on the outside, on the inside, you got a strong personality, and that does come from. You could say it spills over from the day sign that is before rabbit, which is deer, and deer is really heavy with masculine energy and centeredness and all that kind of stuff. So day sign of Lamat and rabbit coming after that, it borrows some of that energy. Okay, and yeah, I hope I'm tying this well with the idea of rabbit and the symbol of a rabbit. When you think of the nervousness or the energy, or the busy mind, and mind that likes to be stimulated, the abundance, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I also, and I say this because I'm going into a different way of looking at Lamat or rabbit as a symbol. Because if you look at the glyph, it also looks like a seed or a star, right? And I want to touch on a little bit about how to look at it